Hi guys, Wanda here, and today I'm working on a face, which is not my strong suit. I try to stay far away from them, which is kind of ironic because I'm a retired makeup artist, and that should not scare me off, but I do have some reservations with doing faces. So anyways, I'm going to step outside my comfort zone and do this beautiful face. And it being Pride Month, I want to focus in on rainbows, which I love doing rainbow work. So this is going to be really cool, I think, and enjoyable. So come along with me, guys, and we will have some fun. I'm using the Low Cornell fine line pen brush. I can't remember if it's no, it's not a brush, it's a pen. Anyways, I'll link it. Also, the last two tutorials are using this, and I did a little how-to with it. So you can check back in the tutorials for that and learn how to set this up. So I've made a little boo-boo here. Sorry, I hit record earlier and then I'm having some memory issues in my phone camera, so I lost it. Apologize, but at least it was just for like a couple of minutes. So anyways, I'm going to pick up lining here, and I'll have to touch that up in a bit with some white paint because I dripped and made a mess. So basically I'm just going to outline this whole lady except for the shading. That I'll be doing with a Pigma Micron in a bit. I think this is going to be a totally fun project. Hopefully you guys have as much fun with it as I am. So if you don't have this tool, no fret, just get out your pens or your brush and line away. No biggie. I'm just totally loving my new tool. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and line everything but the shading. And then the eyes, maybe stay away from the thin lines and do her eyeliner. I would even wait on the eyelashes. All right, I'll be back in a moment. All right, guys, so I colored in the glasses, the frames on the glasses, full black, and I have switched back to regular strength apple barrel black, jet black, with a very cut down eyeliner brush. Can you see that? For the fine details I did around the nose and the mouth. And I'm going to do the rose and then some of the eye work here. Yeah. So the nerve-wracking stuff with this little tiny brush, you know, make it easier, sort of. But at least we'll have some lines to follow here. Thankfully with roses, they're ruffled, you know, so really honestly you don't have to worry about so much following the lines 100%, you know. Just the idea, you know, you just want to give the idea of where the petals are. And try to keep the big blobs to a minimum. But we will use that to our advantage in a bit and make it a shadow. See? It's always workable. So y'all get the idea. All right, I'm gonna do the rose, and then I'll do an eye here so you can see. She's gonna have thicker eyeliner, so and then for this, the tears, try to be super, super delicate. And if you can't do it with your brush, get out your micron 0.01, the smallest detail when you have. On Santorini, they do tend to soak into the rock a bit, so you will see some, I guess, bleeding with the pens. So that's why I'm using the paintbrush, because on these little fine details, I will use that pen later around the shading, because it won't be a big deal. But I will show you what I mean here in a moment about the feathering from the microns. Put the lashes here. We'll have to touch these up later, but we're laying down our lines so we know exactly what we're doing. My sister is a lash technician, a specialist, and she, you know, she's an esthetician, and she does lash extensions and all kinds of work on eyelashes, and it's just amazing now, the technology that we have, you know, the tools that we have to do beauty, you know. Like, she can give you a full set of lashes that look like your own, or she can curl them also. So that it's kind of like perming your hair. You can perm your lashes. It's pretty cool. We're 11 years apart in age, so she's perfecting her career in the industry, and I'm done. I'm retired. Okay, so there's one eye, and of course we'll give it the highlights later, the dotty dots, and the color and all that. So go ahead and line your girl. Kind of hold off on the shading, okay? Okay, for skin tone, watercolor pencils is what I've chose here, and I'm probably going to be using mixed media, different kinds of paint all the way around, so I will be jumping back and forth between everything. You want to make sure you have a real clean round brush with a pointy end. Comes to a nice point like so. Okay, make sure it's rinsed out really well. So for the face, you pretty much want to have a primary color palette. So I've just taken my pencils and dropped a drop of water in the well, and then swirled them around like so to make my palette here. Okay, and then that's yellow. This is red. I did do a magenta so I could have a more cool red option for lips and cheeks. Okay, and then a blue. Add some more water in there. Okay. Hang on. Sorry. A little more water. That was too much. All right, and then this one is peach beige, which is a pretty handy color. It's kind of what we're going for, but we need different tones of it. So, while this is really watered down in a very, very light color, you can take the color right from the pencil here, like so, to get a deeper version of it. So always test out, you know, on a paper, or like I did some pre-painting here to see what my colors were with the skin tones. So I like that for a base. And then, you know, if I want to create some darker skin tones, it's basically red and yellow. So you just mix until you get a color that you like. So you can see how you got a darker tone, which is like low lights and highlights, and that's where that comes into play. Now the blue will be for shading, because you don't want to use black, it's too harsh. So like we'll be going around, that's too blue. Way too blue, sorry. You just barely want a hue of blue, just like barely noticeable like that. So to give you that shade. So okay, so I'm gonna start clean brush. And I'm gonna lay down my base color. And then try to leave the areas white where you're gonna be doing like really big highlights, like down the bridge of the nose, widow's peak. Oops, that probably needs to be whiter too. And don't worry if you got on the black, it's always, we can touch it up. Okay. Now that you've got your base color down, we'll start adding in the tones. Okay, and then I'm going to use the magenta to pinken our cheeks a bit. And then warm up our nose. I might need to grab the red for that. Don't want too much, but we need it to be so we're getting there. Anyways, the watercolor is about layering. So you just keep going until you get to a place where you like it. So for the lips, I'm going to use the pencil. Get some good pigment in there. I'm just doing the top lip. And with a damp brush, just activating it. Very carefully. Okay, and then I'm going to use this color in the bottom lip. Just a smidge of the magenta. And some white, it's the white gel pen, I'm just grabbing a bit. We'll do some more highlights when that's all dry. Okay, so for her eyes, we gotta let this dry and we'll work on it again some more in a bit. I'm gonna make them green, so I'm gonna apply blue first. And let that dry. Grab it just a tad bit of yellow. Okay. And then I'm going to give our pretty beauty some blue hair. So I'm going to start laying down the color. And I'll also be, is that the right blue? Yeah. Taking directly from my pencil. Blocking in the color. Trying to put in shading as I go with the blue. Sorry about the door. Okay, oh boy. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of the hair as well. I am so sorry that I was out of shot there. Boy, I get absorbed. I forgot I was even recording you guys. Okay guys, so I filled in the hair and we'll be adding some white highlights back in there too. Okay, so I'm gonna go pick out a foil, I think, for the hat, or you know, I think I'm gonna paint the hat black and then do some highlights with this. We'll see where it goes. She's gonna have rainbow eyes and a rainbow rose, I think. Hi guys, Wanda back, and I am going to be using Dollar Brownie. These are gel watercolors, and I just put them in my dish and mixed with just a little drip of water. And I'm going to get a little bitty cup of water. Okay, got the clear water, and sorry, I am going to do my girl's tears here. She's going to be having rainbow tears. So I'm using my small watercolor round brush very carefully. These are tiny tears. And I'm basically mixing myself to get the colors orange, to get the color orange. And then just working my way through the rainbow here. Yeah, I may lighten up this purple, make it maybe more magenta-ish. I'm not sure yet. Yes. All right, so I'm going to grab my pencils, my watercolor pencils. I think it's a red. Is my red brick the one? No. Sorry. Oh, and I purple. Lord, won't you buy me? Okay, we're going to use violet because it's kind of a magenta color. I'm just basically going to add a little tiny bit of that to my purple. You want to make sure you have a round brush that will make a very pointy point. All right, let me give you a peek here. So you know where I'm going with it. I'm going to do the same here. I don't really like this orange that I made over here, but I'm just rubbing my brush on the tip of my watercolor pencil. Yes, I like that. Reshape your brush always. And then hang on to your caps because they are important with these brushes so you don't mess up the point on your brush. And I've already lost it. Don't be me, okay guys? Don't be me. All right, oh, you know, I still need my brush. What am I thinking? We got to do the rose. I'm going to bring you down a bit so you can see here what I'm doing better. So my hand's going to be right in your face. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm basically going to be doing the same thing with our rose. And I'm going to be going in a circle. You know, I think I might use my pencils because they are a little more pigmented. Oddly enough, yeah. And I will just pull the color right off of my pencil. So don't hold it over your rock. Take the color off your pencil. And the reason you don't want to hold it directly over your rock is so you don't drip on your rock and cause a heart failure. So I'm going to kind of try to make this look like a tie-dye sort of, tie-dye flower. So I'm kind of doing strips a little bit, you know. So just pulling down. Strips, stripes, lines. And the hat, we're going to be doing a purple glitter, so I'm thinking foil hat. Yeah. Okay, so that's the red, and that one is color crimson of this is King Art Pro watercolor woodless watercolor pencils. So I'm going to rinse my brush. It's always good to have some clean water with watercolors. Have a clean one and one for rinsing. I have a clear bottle over here too. So, right, I'm gonna pick up some orange, and then I'm gonna pull it back into the red. I'm not going to go too far out with this orange because yellow and red make orange, and we will be putting yellow too. I'm going to use bright yellow, which is called, when I say orange, was that the orange? Yeah, that was regular orange. And this one is primrose yellow. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. And like I said, it's best if you pull back into the darker colors if you're working with a lighter color, because you'll pull the color right into your light color if you do it the other way. Okay, and then green. I'm going to use moss green. Actually, I'm going to go with the darker blue. This is Delft blue. And I'm going to go back to this violet for our purple. or violet is the next color anyway, so. Okay, we'll let that dry and then we'll put our lines back in our rose. Pretty. I'm just going to deepen her lips up a bit. Or give her some definition in there. Okay. All right, let's pick out a purple foil for this hat. I wanted to tell you, I don't think I mentioned yesterday, after I was finishing up the blue off camera, blue hair, that I added some white around the glasses, but I'm going to be taking some of that back out because it was too much. It'd help if I find a black that works. Oh, and I added the white dots to her eyes. I'm going to deepen up her eyeliner and eyelashes. And I'm gonna, when that dries, I'm gonna touch up the eye over here with some white underneath and a little more green. Okay, I'm going to pick out some foil. Be back. Okay, so I have picked out some foil and then I blacked out the pupils again. I'm going to redot in there. I wasn't feeling it. So anyways, I'm just using some white paint, Waverly White, chalk paint, a little bit of white on a ball stylus. Yep. Like that. And you know what? That's too much. I'm going to use the other end. Silly me. Okay. And one dot. There. And a tiny, tiny dot. Like that. Okay. For the foil, it's gorgeous. We're going to do full metallic, and you guys have to hold your breath and cross your fingers, your toes, and eyes, and and everything, so that it will work. You know how foil, metallic foil is. Temperamental. All right, so I'm going to pour some glue in my dish. Sorry, can't see what I'm doing. I'm using SXC nail art foil glue. Focus. Focus. I don't know why it's not focused. There we go. Anyways, I'm just poured some off into my dish. And make sure your lid's on tight. Grab a disposable eyeliner brush. And we're going to be doing the hat. Okay. So you actually can use the brush on larger areas, you know, like in here. But when you just leave the edges and around, you know, empty, so you can get in there with your eyeliner brush so you don't make it too thick there. We're having another storm. Thunder and lightning. Raining. Let's see, it is June 3rd, 2021. So it's right in the middle of our tornado season here in South Texas. Okay, try to stay inside your black line. Okay, and torch it to get the bubbles out. Let me show you so you can see the bubbles. See the bubbles? Okay. See, no more bubbles. I actually think there's a piece of something in there. That's not a bubble, but it's a something. Gotta find my picker. Okay, that's gone. It's a fuzz. Okay, I am going to cure that for 1 cycle. Looks good. Okay, and we're going to use this purple small shattered glass or glitter foil, what you want to call it. Okay. And I'm going to try to do it all in one fell swoop here. I might have a little bitty section with ooh, I need to recheck my foil. This has, look. So when you're working with the foil, I don't know if you can see that. See through the foil? It's got some scratches in it, so I need to get a section that doesn't. Sometimes it's hard to find. Okay. I'm just going to stick it down there. And then we'll fill in this section. The temperamental part of foils is they are super delicate. So they definitely lose foil and crack. And you have to baby them, you know. Looks like a good transfer though. Okay, and then just bring this part here and around the edges so we can fill in those little bits. That's beautiful. What a great transfer. Purple glitter hat. Yes, pimpin'. All right, I'm going to do this section here, the rim. Now, I gotta get some different glue. It has stuff in it. I'm gonna clean that later. Let me see if I can find a clean, empty one. Of course not. I'm trying to stay off the black line so I get some definition. So it'll show the bend in the hat. Okay. And I think I'm going to do this part down here different because it's, you know, like a shadow. Torch that. Let it cool and then cure it for 1 cycle. Okay, I am going to attempt, this is a 2-tone, so I want it to kind of go dark to light at the brim or rim or whatever that is called. So I'm hoping that that will work out here. Taking a Q-tip to make sure that my edges are nice and smooth and there. And I'm going to lift slowly. And I'm going to use my stylus. See here, my edges aren't going down very nicely, so use my stylus. You know, I'm also going to hit it with my light because it's sticky for some reason. And this is a temperamental foil. So we'll probably have to refoil it with a different one or catch it. Yeah, see, the edges didn't go down too well. So that's okay. There, we got it. Okay. Thankfully, it's not a patterned foil, so that looks pretty cool. All right, so in here, I'm going to do the darker bit in there too. What should we do for the hat band? Y'all, what should we do? I was thinking animal print, but I'm not sold on that. Maybe black. Yeah, let's do some a black band. And then I'll put some, you know, fancy holographic foil on it. Maybe that's cool. Or we could do, this one's pretty cool looking too. This one's totally temperamental. Maybe I'll save that one for another day. Okay, that's cured, so I'm just going to use this section here. Good, nice transfer. See here. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to paint the band black. This is a Thule Art Thule acrylic paint pen. Beautiful. Sorry I was out of focus there, but there we are. Look at that. So gorgeous. She looks so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're just going to do a little touching up on the lines. Add back in some definition. Okay guys, I'm going to be using this holographic polka dot. It's one of my favorite foils. And I'm going to put it right there on that hat band over the black. So I'm going to apply the glue to the black. Sorry, there's some bubbles in there. Try to pop them. Try not to go into your rows because we want that to be separate for sure. And then leave a line between your hat band and your hat rim. It's hard to see. I'll see if I can show you when I'm done with the glue here. hit that with the torch. But be careful, don't cook your foil. It's already on there. You will burn it and bubble it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the line between the hat band and the hat. You want that for definition. Right, I'm going to do that for a cycle, which is 60 seconds. All right, let's see. Sometimes when you're working with multiple foils, you'll go to put it down and then the one you've already put down for some reason is still sticky, and then this one will transfer on top of that one. So you'll have a double layer, but unintentionally, and it's not. That looks good. Yes. Okay, I'm just going to put my line back in between. Very good. Very nice. All right, we're going to have a rhinestone in the center of the rose. Should we put rhinestones on the glasses, like in the corners? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, I've got my sequins, or my rhinestones, and we will pick that out, but I wanted to add some just little touches here. So I want to put... I want to add some highlights here. This is a white Posca 1MR. Okay. I just gotta touch this black up real quick. You can go through your hair and add highlights and low lights and all that. I just took a white Prismacolor pencil and came through and took out some of the dark color. So I'm just, you know, kind of where there would be a highlight. A little bit of pencil coloring. And you can also add like a, you know, some white highlights with your Posca and tone them down with the paintbrush. Like so. It all works. All right, so for the sequin or rhinestone, I think I want to put a butterfly. I don't know why I thought that would work. Ugh, wax pencils. Yeah, baby. And then I want to get some for the corners of the glasses. Okay, so I have this box of just random bits in here, but I want something silver or pewtery or, you know, not gold. I was thinking gold, but that, I don't think that's going to look right. You know, I might do these over here. So either something like, that's too big. Well, these might be too big. Come on, turn over. Like, you know, like that. The edge of the glasses, or do they go this way? No, they go this way. Lord, won't you buy me? I keep getting that song in my head. Yes, I think that's it, guys. Do you like that? Or, you know, we probably should just use the sequins just because they're pretty. And look here. Little butterfly. Yeah, that's better. This is a teardrop, but I think I like the butterfly or flower. Here's a flower, little tiny flower. Let's see. I think it might look better with the flower one. And I don't have two, so it's a butterfly. Okay, so that is going to be our finished rock. I'm going to resin it in a bit, and I will show you the finished picture. I love this. It's so beautiful. Okay. I'm kind of contemplating a necklace here, like a choker. I have an idea. Okay, so I found this really pretty rhinestone that I have. It's a nail accent rhinestone that you would wear on your nail, but I think it's going to make a gorgeous necklace. So I'm just going to add in And I'm going to put some rhinestones in that. Some little bitty baby ones. I always want to stick to my thing because they're so full of static. Anyway, so they will be, oh lovely, I just smeared it. Well, that'll be under that, so whew, thank goodness, right? All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, time for resin. Okay, this is rhinestone UV glue, adhesive gel stuff in a pot. Anyways, I'm going to add some little bitty rhinestones here, so I'm going to put a stripe on and a dollop here, because there is a space between. This guy is kind of got a concave back because it fits on a nail. I did squish it down, so hopefully it'll be less of an issue. Okay, I'm going to give that a shot with this guy. And then I'm going to use a Mac Art No Wipe Top Coat for resin. It's glossier and I think it's gorgeous. So I am going to just dump. Actually going to use a brush. Oh, it's not big enough. Come on, guys. Okay, got a nice flat wide brush. It's synthetic. You can use it with resins and polishes and anything you need to clean with alcohol. I don't recommend using acetone on the synthetic brushes because it will probably melt that, I think. I think it would anyways. Oh, I should tell you guys, I sprayed this with, hey guys, sorry it abruptly cut off there. What I was saying was I sprayed the rock with Rust-Oleum 2X matte spray twice and let that dry, and then I came back in and you saw I was painting on the no wipe top coat, and then I set the rhinestones and put it all in the UV light for 2 minutes to cure. And now we are here and I would like to say thank you for hanging out with me in this long tutorial, but it was so much fun. Happy Pride Month, and I would like to say come over and join us at Creative Rock Art and Foil Techniques on Facebook. Check out Santorini Stones by Shelly to get these beautiful white rocks, also on Facebook. And visit rockin.kk and friends for some more fun and tips. Thanks so much, and I'll be seeing you again soon.